Hello guys, welcome back to Anny Akinyi's channel. Thank you so much for the newcomers. Thank you so much for joining this community. So today I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. So I'll go right into the video. As you have seen the topic of the video, we are going to tackle reasons why you should strive to finish school in time, if not ahead of time. Shall we? As you all know, or if there are new people, I came to Canada as a student about 3 years ago, and right now that is the best decision I ever made for myself, for reasons that if you want I can talk about in a later video. So today we are handling why we should strive to finish school in time, if not ahead of time. Okay, so what I'm saying is that it's okay if you don't finish in time. Okay, I don't know how you can finish it ahead of time, but it's possible, okay, by changing courses or whatever, but we're not talking about that in this video. So I'm gonna start by saying that it's okay if you don't finish school in time. You can always apply for extension of your study permit. That is in case you don't finish in time. But for this video, we are talking about the benefits that you could get by finishing your studies. Finishing your studies in time as per the original offer letter from the university, shall we? So the reason number one why we should strive and finish school early is, number one, we are saving lots of money. Like I'm speaking in terms of thousands of Canadian dollars. How? So I have done a video on how much I have been paying per semester on this channel. I will leave a link on either side of the screen for you guys. But international fees is not cheap. It is not cheap, guys. I'm not even gonna lie about that. It's not cheap. And guess what? Depending on universities, most universities increase their international fees per year. I have an email, maybe I should put it on the screen, showing you emails that I've been getting from my university telling me that the fees is going to be increased by a certain amount. As it is, it's already high, but then per year they're also increasing. So that means the longer you take in school, the more you're going to pay in terms of international school fee. We don't want that, do you? So let's strive and finish within time so that you're not paying ridiculous sums of money, which you're already paying, but save some coins from that. $3,000 added onto this year. You can imagine 3,000. That's 300,000 Kenyan shillings added onto the fee. And then master in environmental economics and management, and also Master of Science in Environmental Economics and Management was 49,060. Now it's 51. That's like almost 2,000 increase. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So every year fees increase, and you better just finish early. So reason number two why you should strive to finish school as early as possible, so that you can get your PR sooner. Okay, so again, I know there are people who come to study and go back to their country, but I know majority of the people come with the intention of staying long term in Canada. Okay, so if that is your intention, which is the intention of most people, then finish school early so that you can get your PR earlier. The sooner you finish, the sooner you get your PR. And how is that possible? How does that work? So this is how it works. Once you come here as a student, you finish your studies, and I've talked about post-graduation work permit. You finish your studies, then depending on which school or university or college you studied at, most universities that are DLI, which is designated learning institutions, are eligible for post-graduation work permit. Again, if you did a 1-year program or 8 months program, then you are eligible for a 1-year post-graduation work permit. If you did 2 years and above, then you're eligible for the maximum number of years of the post-graduation work permit, which is 3 years. Okay, so usually what happens is that once you're done your school, your 1-year school or college or university or degree, or your 2 years or your 3 years or your 4 years, then you apply for a work permit, the post-graduation work permit. Okay, and this post-graduation work permit lets you work for at least 1 year, and then once you have gained experience for 1 year, then you are eligible to apply for CEC, Express Entry, which is the Canadian Experience class, which most international students actually apply for and qualify for. So once you're done your 1 year experience, then you can apply for your PR sooner. Okay? All right. So the other reason why you should strive to finish school as soon as you can is then when you get your PR, which is the permanent residency in Canada, then you can apply for your parents or your grandparents to become permanent residents in Canada as well. Don't you want that? I do want that. So once you have the PR, then you can also apply for your parents or grandparents to come join you here as permanent residents. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. So the other reason why you should finish school as soon as you can is so that you can work full-time. Okay, so the study permits allow you to work in Canada, okay, but it only allows you to work up to 20 hours a week. That's not enough. Okay, so then after you are done school and you get the work permit, then you are eligible to work. You're free to work, like you get freedom to work anywhere. If you want to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can do that. But as long as you still hold the study permit, you're not allowed to do past 20 hours. So again, finishing school early gives you that freedom to actually work several number of hours, and then that means you can earn more. Okay, the other main reason why you should strive to finish school, and I talked about saving money, is you are not going to be paying for health insurance. You know, people have been saying that in Canada healthcare is free. Yes, it is free, but it is not free to all. It is not free to visitors in Canada. It is not free to international students in Canada. It is only free to permanent residents, to Canadian citizens, and for people who hold work permits. So this is the other reason why you should finish school early, so that you can avoid those bills and those expenses, because as it is right now, an international student have to pay 75 Canadian dollars per month, okay, for healthcare. Yeah, once you get your work permit, then you're free. You are not going to pay for the healthcare anymore, and that's a good thing. You're saving more money, working longer hours, and getting more money and saving more money, and you have the freedom. Okay, and the last reason I want to talk about why you should finish school early is you can actually tap into opportunities that comes once in a lifetime. What are some of these opportunities that I'm talking about? So there are opportunities that just finds you wherever you are, you know, like it just finds you, and when you're not ready, it just passes by. Okay, so for example, when COVID we had the I know we're still in a pandemic, but then when COVID started and like everything was in a mess, Canada really gets so many immigrants into Canada, and so that had to like kind of not stop, but like it was like the numbers that were coming into Canada were reduced significantly. And so Canada actually came up with an idea to make sure that the temporary residents that are already in Canada, I mean international students, I mean people who hold work permits, so they came up with an idea to make these people become permanent residents in Canada instead of like going for like the express entries. As you know, express entry was halted. It was paused for like a year. So then that means that Canada's only source of immigrants were the people who were already in Canada. And so the people, international students or workers who were working in essential services, and essential services include food delivery, or working in a restaurant, okay? Those people, as long as you had 1,500 hours until that point, then you are eligible to apply for permanent resident, even if you were still a student. So what I mean is that a lot of students who are still students applied for this pathway. It was called TR to PR, which is a temporary resident to permanent resident pathway, and it was only between 2021 May until November 5th 2021. So within this period, if you met those qualifications, working doing an essential work and also having worked until that point for 1,500 hours, whether part-time or full-time, whether you're a student or a worker, it doesn't matter, you had qualified. And so many students, some of which who had just done their 1 year or 2 years of studies, got their PR that way, okay? So that was a one-time opportunity that like if it found people who were ready, and most of the people who benefited were international graduates, okay? Because there was a specific pathway for international graduates for healthcare and essential services. So a lot of international graduates got it, and also people who are still students also really, I know a number of people who got it. So it's about being in the right place at the right time, and so that's why you need to strive to like finish school so quick so that you benefit from such opportunities. Opportunities come and go. This was one, could be there are more that are coming up, we don't know. So let's just strive to finish school as early so that we are taking advantage of such opportunities, okay? If you know of any benefit that you derive from graduating as soon as you can, leave it in the comment section. Let's get social and interact, and tell me about your experience if you're an international student in Canada already, or if you're planning to be an international student in Canada. Let's share our experiences, and have a good day, guys. Bye, and see you in my next video.